Hey, Dana here, and welcome to my garage. What you're looking at is one of the pins that connects the slider rail to the slider roof. And what happens is this thing pops out, and now your slider doesn't work. So what we're doing today is this came out of the old slider because the new slider had one and it was missing another. It was missing the other side. So we're going to go ahead and slide this in and see if we can get it to hold till summertime. Stay tuned. All right, here we are. This is a 08 Jeep Liberty slider model. This is a canvas top that slides back and slides forward, and depending on where you want your slider to be at the moment, that's where it's going to be. So what happened is the slider, as you can see, here's a pin, and that pin came out. I don't know why that pin's lubed up, but that pin there came out. Well, it pushed back a little bit. It's no longer flush. It needs to be flush. Let's see what I'm looking at. Okay, it needs to be flushed, and what it does is it slides into these little tracks. See that assembly right there? It's got a little hole in it right towards the front. And that's where this pin needs to go, is in there. When that comes out, you lose all your advantage. So unfortunately what I gotta do is I gotta go back in there and slide that back and see if I can get that pin back in there. So as you can see, what I did is we had it didn't have that one pin in there. We just had the one. I was able to bring it up enough to close it. Unfortunately, we went through a day of 70-mile-an-hour winds, and of course, she had to be driving in it. And it caught it and pulled it out and flipped it back like so. And she was, oh, thank God it wasn't raining that day. So I'm going to get my shoes off so I can walk around inside there. And we'll go. Looks like the seats got a little wet. Ah, great. Okay, we're standing inside and looking out. Here's that pin. Okay, that pin has got to go in that. Got to go in that assembly. See that hole? See that hole? You got to go in those holes. And this is a one-trick pony. So what I'm doing, I'm going to use a punch, and we'll punch those back into their holes. Now these are supposed to have these little grips to keep it from coming out. But after a while, this was a real bad design. Let's go in there. Don't know any other way. No other way to hold that in that hole. So let's try and get it in there. And as you can see, I take the hammer on that. It don't take anything to shove that back in there. See, now it's flush again, but I can pretty much push my hand on it and push it back in and out. So we've got to figure out how to keep that in there. And maybe I can get it pounded into another set of grooves, but okay, This looks good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is get one side in, and then we're going to pound the other one in. All right, I may get upset and start swearing here. Okay, so I'm going to just adjust it back. So that pushes it forward. That brings it back. Another backwards wanting to do something. All right, let's get that in there. I'll push this one all the way out, so then I'll be able to push it in on the side. Then I got to punch the hook in the other side. All right, I've got this one in like it should be. This one here is that newer one, so now I'm trying to pound it in there and get it locked in there. Maybe that'll keep everything together here. All right, this side here, I took that pin and I punched it in a little further than the inside because it keeps pushing out this way. So what I did is I took a punch and I crushed the outside of that in on it. So that should keep that in there. This one here is not the original pin that came out of there. So going in, it's definitely not coming out. So I used a punch and flatten that out. So let's see if we can get it to close and see what it does. All right. Beautiful. Here we are.
You did not just fix my roof.
I did.
After all that crap with the people in Hornell,
Yeah.
you could have fixed it in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Probably could have fixed the original one too, but
I wish you would have, because my stuff wouldn't be all
the way it is. All right.
Well, I'll tell you what the test is going to be when I take it and wash it. But the back is not flat.
Huh?
Back's not flat.
Yeah, the back is not flat.
Back is raised up. Still raised up. Now it's flat.
Okay.
You want me to stand up on it so I can see everything?
Okay, now we're
Hang on, let me get on it.
I'll give it a kink back both directions. All right, we're closing down. All right. And we're good. What you doing?
Getting up here so I can see.
Oh, it's locked down best it's gonna be. And it's got a nice little extra got extra sealing around the outside.
Yeah, I'm pulling it off.
Yeah, okay, well.
The fuck
Hey. Yeah.
is this stuff?
Yeah, I know. That was supposed to screw it down, keep it down, but that's not what happens in 70-mile-an-hour winds plus driving 55 miles an hour. So you're driving 120 miles an hour with the wind blowing on top of it. You know?
Don't be scolding me because I was driving normal driving.
That wasn't what?
That was that windy day from, oh my God.
Yep, windy day from hell. All right. So, unfortunately, if you have somebody that has to redo this roof, you're going to have defects. You're going to have fingerprints all over the place. You know, this is just what you're going to get when you decide you want a...
No, it's not what you should be getting. Don't be telling them that.
It is.
No, it's not. They should have never left my truck looking like that inside.
No. This is what you're gonna inherit when you buy a slider. That's why there's no companies around that have the sliders anymore.
Well, they should have washed their hands before they touched my
Well,
Jeep.
yeah.
Before they touched my Jeep, they should have washed their hands.
Why?
Hope the water stays out of it. got a silicone out.
Okay, so there we are. It's back to normal for the moment. I don't know when those pins will pop out. Hopefully they don't, but I've got them the way they need to be for the moment. Now she can drive it again. So this is still part of the Slider Fiasco. So anyway, you saw how I repaired it. There might be a better way. There might be different pins that can go in there. I was thinking of putting self-tapping screw through there, then it would have its own threads into that cast
Somebody did that on the Jeep farm.
Cast aluminum. The only thing is, you would have to, because I don't know if it keeps rotating back and forth, and the friction inside that thing would be eating out the inside of that, your rail, and then eventually eating it out. But right now, I've got the pins in there, like you saw. I crimped the inside of that on this side here, and that should keep that pin from coming back through. And this one here, being a new pin out of another, actually it's out of the original Slider, made new grip. So hopefully that'll take care of that. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, definitely share, and we'll catch you on the next Dana's Garage under Project Liberty. Yeah. Okay, just a follow up. This is what it looks like on the outside. See, when I glued it down, I thought I was using a pure silicone sealant that would freaking get hard and fill right in across it, which is what I did. I've already pulled some of that off already, but I didn't use the silicone sealant that I really wanted to be using. That stuff still hasn't even dried. So anyway, that is a way to do it if you want to. If you can get it to close, you can get that heavy-duty silicone sealant and run it across there, and it'll glue it down, and it should stay down, but hopefully you don't run into freaking,
Momentarily it'll glue it.
yeah, 75-mile-an-hour winds
Then it'll rip the top
on top of your normal driving. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next Dana Crosby's Garage.